I am Nicole Kaup, and I'm an English and communication coach. I help second language English speakers become effective English communicators. I specialize in spoken English. My focus is on helping adult professionals successfully communicate at work. Some of the things I help with are presentation skills, conversational skills, developing fluency in vocabulary, and improving pronunciation. I've been teaching for 20 years, and I'm also an avid language learner, so I know what it takes to speak another language effectively. And one of the biggest highlights of my career was the 2 years I spent training English teachers in China. And for all of you here that are from China, I was teaching in Linyungang, which is in Jiangsu province. So I don't know if we have anybody out there, but we can chat about that a little bit later. And now I'll turn it over to Michelle.
Great, thank you. Before I do my 30 seconds introduction, I want to just explain why we're doing this. As for today's session, we're talking about effective English communication, and we want to demonstrate how we do 30 seconds introduction. And we will also teach you how you can do it. This is just one demonstration of what we're doing, and we will show you the steps, and we will also show you when we are talking to different people, we have different kind of 30 seconds introduction we use. And here is my 30 seconds introduction, and we purposely put it on the slide so people can see it. In this way, you get a sense of how Nicole and I trying to speak directly to our audience. I'm Michelle Zhou. I'm a career and leadership coach helping people fulfill their potential. I'm also the founder of Pacific Technologies Consulting Group. We help companies grow US-China cross-border businesses. I'm certified in multiple coaching, cross-cultural communication, and leadership training programs. In addition, I've worked for 20 years in the technology industry in both US and China, including Microsoft. And I was a people manager before. I use my expertise and experience to help people plan and advance career, become better leaders, and grow businesses. I've coached and trained hundreds of managers and employees at Microsoft and founders or executives for startup companies. A recent highlight for me is I helped co-founded the China chapter for the Microsoft Alumni Network. And here I put a picture on the left side. That's the picture for December when we launched this China chapter for the Microsoft Alumni Network. All right, so that's a very quick demonstration Nicole and I prepared for this.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Michelle. All right. So in this presentation, I'm going to be focusing on the language and communication aspect of these different topics. We're going to cover 4 different topics within our presentation today. First, we're going to talk about interacting socially with others in meetings before the business begins. So basically using small talk to get to know people. Second, we're going to talk about how to introduce yourself in an effective way and create a great first impression. After these first 2 modules here, we're going to stop and we're going to break you out into small groups so that you can practice the skills we've just taught you. After that, you'll learn how to politely speak up and interrupt if needed and share your ideas during a meeting. And finally, how to express differing opinions in a neutral and non-threatening way. Now, before we get started, you want to make sure that you'll have a pen and paper, because Michelle is going to go through with you an exercise on how to develop an effective introduction. And we want you to be taking some notes and actually write that down. So please make sure that you have pen and paper ready before we get to that activity. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
When Nicole and I prepare this presentation, think about, okay, what are some things people really struggle about? And people need some help so that their meetings can be more effectively. Since I coach a lot of people, I have personally talking to people who are in many different kind of situations, and they told me their stories, and they come to me for help. I will provide some of those scenarios that I heard from my clients, my coachees. And I will share with you on, okay, this is the kind of situation they met and they're struggling. Of course, I, as a coach, I help them come up with some solutions or help them to gain their skills and confidence to become better, become more effective in communication. The other thing is, Nico, she is very specialized in English and communication, and she is also specialized in the American culture. So when we work together, I can provide, from the Eastern side, this is how people think. And this is how the situation was running in people's mind, because I heard all these stories. And I tap in with Nico's American background, say, well, how Americans react when this kind of situations happens. So this is how we work together on this. Through our workshop, Nicole will provide the perspectives from American side, as well as, well, this is how in the US, how we do things or how we say things. So that's some background for you.